Let me get through the first row here. Go.
A couple things. I was just taken aback by your answer to the question about organizing for action. You're saying
taken
it's
aback?
no different than that the president sees this group as no different than the DSCC or any other group
I said
you
it's-
speak to? I mean,
I didn't say
this,
no, I said
this
it's
is a group
similar.
that's planning on coordinating with the White House, is it not?
Well, OFA,
It was legally set up
again,
so it could do that,
was
right?
set up to promote the president's public policy agenda. And therefore, as anyone would expect, the president would likely meet with their representatives to discuss his agenda. Any notion, as we've talked about, that there's a price set for that, for a meeting with the president is absurd and wrong. The comparison here is that the president goes and speaks about his policy agenda to a variety of groups that support that agenda, including the DNC, the DSCC, or the DCCC, including other organizations that have policy ideas
This
that
group's
are.
gonna spend money on his behalf to promote his
No,
agenda.
this group is promoting a policy agenda. It is not trying to elect him, obviously, since he's.
No, but they spend money to promote the agenda.
As organizations do all over town and all over the country, they spend money to promote
But on his
policy
behalf,
ideas.
coordinating with the
No,
White House.
on the American people's behalf. The president believes that the agenda that he's putting forward obviously is one that would benefit the middle class and benefit the country. The idea that an organization is out there promoting immigration reform. We heard from a lot of Republicans this weekend about their support for comprehensive immigration reform, much as the president supports comprehensive immigration reform. Would you argue then that this organization is inappropriately somehow supporting their agenda? I think that there really is an issue here that's about the president's agenda, the president's policy proposals. The president's out there pushing for his agenda, and he obviously believes that an organization like this is both helpful and appropriate in engaging the American people, engaging those Americans who support this agenda in a way that helps move the process forward.
And he doesn't concern that it's basically increasing the amount of money that is spent on the politics of Washington.
Look,
I mean, it does increase
I
the
think
amount of
that
money
the idea
that's
that
poured into this.
ordinary Americans who contribute to these organizations to help push policy proposals that benefit ordinary Americans should have and do need a voice in Washington. There's no question that whether it's that there are corporate and other interests that are amply represented in the policy debate in Washington. So a grassroots organization like this is appropriately engaged in this and should have a voice.
Has the president given up on campaign finance reform?
No. I mean, one thing that he's adamant about, because of in the wake of the unfortunate Citizens United decision, is at the very least Republicans ought to go along with disclosure. At the very least, let's pass legislation, the Disclose Act, that would create the kind of transparency that Americans deserve when it comes to financial contributions to political campaigns.
Is this high on his priority list?
It remains a priority.
Let me ask you a question on the budget.